This is it. This is the big one. The target, the world's most wanted man. The hunters, Naval Special Warfare Development Group, aka DevGru, aka SEAL Team 6. The tools, trusted, tested, and ready for one shot that would echo across the globe.
Hello and welcome to Hollywood Guns. I'm your host Wilson. Whether you're into action flicks, classic thrillers, or unforgettable TV shows, this is the place where movie magic meets real-world firearms.
In this episode, we're pulling back the curtain on a rifle forged in Black Ops, fielded by the most elite warfighters on the planet, and deployed in the moment that brought the greatest manhunt in history to an end. No slow motion, no hero poses, just the right men with the right gear doing the job that no one else could. As usual, we'll compare this rifle against the movie gun version, and stick around to the end where we'll look at other movies and scenes the rifle was used in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of the HK416 as seen in the finale of Zero Dark 30.
Okay, so how do you know it's Bin Laden? Because the truth is we've been on this op before. It was 07 and it wasn't Bin Laden and we lost a couple of guys.
Totally understand. Bin Laden uses a courier to interact with the outside world. By locating the courier, we've located Bin Laden.
That's really the intel. That's it.
Quite frankly, I didn't even want to use you guys. With your dip and your Velcro and all your gear bullshit, I wanted to drop a bomb. But people didn't believe in this lead enough to drop a bomb. So they're using you guys as canaries in the theory that if Bin Laden isn't there, you can sneak away and no one will be the wiser. But Bin Laden is there, and you're gonna kill him for me.
Background and history of the HK416. Before we get into it, and while I do a quick safety check, a quick disclaimer. I'm going to do my best to accurately summarize the US military branches involved in this mission, the variants and global users of the HK416 platform, and to give some level of justice to the men and women who took part in the hunt for Osama bin Laden. But at the end of the day, I'm a part-time researcher, and let's face it, a British interloper poking around in American history, so please bear with me. If I get anything wrong, feel free to set the record straight in the comments. I always appreciate learning from the viewers on this channel. Once again, I'm back at Bear Arms Reference Collection here in Scottsdale, Arizona, and a big thanks to their team. These folks are incredibly generous in supporting this channel and letting me showcase rare and historically significant firearms up close. If you're local, drop by and please tell them that Hollywood Guns sent you. The Heckler & Koch HK416 is a German-designed rifle based on the M4 platform, but re-engineered with a short-stroke gas piston operating system to eliminate many of the reliability issues that plague the direct impingement M4 in dirty and dusty environments. The HK416 was developed in the early 2000s specifically for US Special Operations Command Delta Force at the bequest of R&D NCO Larry Vickers, who's also one of my YouTube heroes. It regained the ergonomics of the M4, but introduced enhanced reliability, especially when suppressed, and longer service life of critical components. Global service. Here are the global users of the HK416 as detailed by Wikipedia. Notable users include the French Armed Forces, who selected the rifle to replace the FAMAS, the German Special Forces Command KSK and KSM, many more SWAT-style law enforcement agencies from around the globe, and of course the USA's elite special operations units, the Navy SEALs, DevGru, and Delta Force. At this point, the HK416 isn't just a rifle, it's a global benchmark for elite warfighters. The civilian version, which we can buy, but I can't afford, is known as the MR556, and in the 30 caliber version, the MR762. Of course, these guns are semi-automatic only, which this one isn't.
Yeah.
Maya, I wanted you to hear it first.
You know anything we talked about?
It's gonna happen.
When?
Tonight.
Good luck.
50 bucks?
50 bucks.
50 bucks. 50 bucks. Ah, no.
Welcome to the intermission. Quickly, tell me in the comments the first movie that springs to mind related to this other iconic HK, the venerable MP5. And please allow me a minute to thank the sponsors of this video who make it possible. First up is our sponsor, Sonoran Desert Institute. If you're thinking about a career in gunsmithing or just want to deepen your firearms knowledge, SDI might be a great fit. They offer a variety of degree programs and courses, including one focused specifically on the AR-15 platform, of which the HK416 is a derivative. My other sponsor is Guns International, and this is the primary resource I use to connect with thousands of local gun stores and private sellers all across the country, and tens of thousands of listings when on the hunt for specific movie guns for this channel. And one more opportunity. What is your favorite movie featuring an HK MP5K? Let me know, and I'll produce 2 more episodes related to the movies that most people suggest. Finally, this video will be your last opportunity to click on the link in the description below and enter the free prize giveaway, the winner which I will announce on the YouTube community page at the end of April. Good luck, and back to the HK416.
3, 2, 1, execute! Deck. They're down. Down. Yellow. Down. Throw your hands in the air. Yellow. Down.
You've killed him.
Go. I got it.
The movie gun versus this example. Zero Dark 30 is a dramatization of the hunt for Osama bin Laden, culminating in the now famous Operation Neptune Spear, a real-world DevGru mission executed in May 2011 and on successful completion announced by then President Barack Obama. In the film, the Navy SEALs conducting the raid are shown carrying HK416D carbines outfitted with 10.4-inch barrels, Knight's armament suppressors, PEQ-15 IR laser illuminators, and EOTech optics. Everything about the loadout in the movie, from sling setup to trigger discipline, is supposed to be spot on, and we'll take a deeper look at that in just a minute. Obviously in my hands, I just have the base rifle with a modern EOTech optics package on the rail as an approximation of what the operators used. In their first joint interview about Zero Dark 30, director Catherine Bigelow and writer Mark Boal emphasized the film's commitment to accuracy and responsibility. They described their meticulous efforts to recreate the raid on Osama bin Laden's compound with precise realism, including building a full-scale replica near the Dead Sea that matched the original structure's dimensions. Boal detailed how every movement of the SEALs was carefully choreographed for authenticity. At the same time, both filmmakers took serious measures to protect the identities of the real individuals portrayed, ensuring no physical resemblance or traceable details were included. Their goal was to balance an intense, hyper-realistic narrative with ethical storytelling that respected ongoing intelligence work. Accuracy of the firearms portrayal. Another quick disclaimer, I have no background in this kind of work, not even close. I've watched a lot of movies, I've read a lot of books on special operations, I'm a huge fan, and I tried to learn from the professionals who shared their stories on other YouTube channels. But I'm reminded of a quote often attributed to George Orwell. People, civilians like me, sleep peaceably in their beds at night only because rough men stand ready to do violence on their behalf. So with deep respect for those who do this work for real, let's take a quick look from a layman's perspective on how Zero Dark 30 handled the HK416.
Roar!
Firearms capacity. We see the operators using 30-round magazines, standard for this platform. There is no spray and pray tactics, so we don't see much from a reload perspective. So not much to score here other than an easy grade A.
Khalid!
Echo 02, moving to deck 3.
Caliber capabilities. Again, the movie shows what I believe is real-world accuracy of 5.56 rounds hitting soft targets, in this case mostly human targets. We don't see any Hollywood ragdoll performances by the victims, we just see controlled shots, clean drops, what I consider to be very realistic effects of that particular caliber. Another grade A.
Down.
All right, get it!
Got a possible jackpot.
Roger that. Possible jackpot.
Come on.
This is Red 02. Geronimo. Forgotten country. Geronimo.
Actor and character portrayal. Could they make the shots they took? In terms of marksmanship, most of the shots were at close quarters. From a Tier 1 operator's perspective, these wouldn't have been that difficult, but what made them challenging was the extreme tension and stakes of the mission. The enemy knew the game was up, and they had nothing left to lose. The operators equipped with night vision optics could not only see their own point of aim, but also that of their teammates, allowing for coordinated and overlapping fields of fire. What I found particularly compelling was the way the SEALs moved silently through the compound, communicating only through hand gestures and physical contact. In the green screen night vision scenes, it was fascinating to see how each team member methodically covered different angles, ensuring that no threat was left unchecked. Catherine Bigelow's directorial choices really elevate these scenes. Rather than using a dramatic score to build suspense, she lets the tension come entirely from the performances. The silent coordination of the SEALs and the raw fear of the women and children in the compound bring the realism front and center. It's a powerful reminder of the brutality and precision of real-world operations. In terms of tactical realism, there's a great conversation between former Navy SEAL Jocko Willenick and actor Chris Pratt, where Jocko comments on the film's accuracy. He confirms that the actors were clearly trained by real special operations personnel and executed their CQB procedures to a high standard. With that being said, I don't think there's much more I can add. Grade A. Overall grade for firearms accuracy in 0 Dark 30, grade A.
Good? Yeah. I forgot. Were we supposed to crash that helo?
Other movies and scenes the firearm appeared in. Let's take a look at the Movie Gun Bible, IMFDB, your free encyclopedia of firearms used in movies, TV shows, video games, and anime. While 0 Dark 30 is the HK416's signature moment, it's not the only time the rifle has flexed on film. Here are a few notable cameos, and please wait to the end of this episode where I'll reveal my #1 favorite movie appearance of the HK416, Terminator Salvation. Resistance fighters led by the highly versatile actor Christian Bale use 416Ds with a Seymour red dot sight throughout the movie. Skyfall. Bond uses several captured HK416s in the final act. It's brief, stylish, and as usual, he doesn't disappoint with the dry one-liners.
Welcome to Scotland.
You dropped something.
John Wick. Keanu Reeves uses a US-made clone of the HK416, a Kohari Arms CA415, when he brings the fight to his nemesis Vigo after luring him out by destroying the financial capital of his operation, the church.
Can we recover for this? Vigo, you know what was in that vault, right? It's not...
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is almost a wrap. Please allow me to quickly thank my sponsors before I reveal my all-time favorite movie appearance of the HK416. Once again, thank you to Bear Arms Reference Collection, the Sonoran Desert Institute, and Guns International for making this video possible. And I also have a request of you, the viewers. If you own a rare movie gun and you'd like to see it featured on the channel, please drop me an email to wilson@hollywoodguns.tv. And here it is. My favorite movie appearance of the HK416, wielded by the Charlestown armored car crew in my favorite Ben Affleck movie that, in addition to some A-Team style shoot 'em up action, gave us one of the greatest and most quoted memes of all time. Leading us out into the credits, it is The Town.
I need your help. I can't tell you what it is. You can never ask me about it later, and we're gonna hurt some people.
Whose car are we gonna take?
Shut the engine off now! Put your hands in the What's the engine block? Go, 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 go! Let's go, let's go! It's dead! Let's go, let's go! Stop it!
All the DNA in shots.